the St. Louis Center for Play Therapy Training, here in my playroom again today with another play therapy tip for you. Usually the topics I talk about are kind of lighthearted and fun, and today I'd like to maybe take a little more serious approach to today's tip, and that is one of multicultural considerations. As our society becomes more diverse, we as therapists who work with children need to make sure that the toys and the materials that we have in our play therapy rooms are culturally relevant to the diverse population of children and families that we work with. So it's important to take a look at your toys from time to time and say, hey, if a child comes in here who has dark skin, who maybe just moved here from another country, who maybe has parents each representing a different culture, various makeup of that we see today. Is there something in my playroom that the child can be connected to, can relate to, said, hey, that represents me, or hey, that looks like me? We need to be sensitive to that. If we want to provide an environment where a child feels that it's permissible and safe here for me to explore my feelings and express my world experiences to you and trust them to you. So there are some simple ways that we can start integrating multicultural considerations into our playroom. Probably some of the easiest might be with art supplies, art materials. Finding paper that might represent different skin tone colors is very important. The Crayola Company, I know I'm not any sort of a spokesperson for Crayola, but I do like that they do provide us with some art supplies that are multicultural. These are colored pencils that have different colors, and the same thing with washable markers. So those are some easy ways to integrate multicultural considerations into your art supplies. These are foam shapes of heads, and much like the paper and the markers, they come in various colors of skin tones as well. And kids could use these to make feeling faces. They could use markers. They could draw themselves on here. It could be a self-portrait as well. They could even attach a craft stick, and it could become a stick puppet. Add hair, any other kind of features that they wanted. I never throw anything away. And when I opened the package of these foam faces, underneath to support them was this little cardboard face, and I went, okay, I'm keeping that. A great template. If I run out of foam faces, or if I would like to draw them onto cardboard or cardstock, I can use this as a template. So sometimes packaging can be used in helpful ways as well. I have a play kitchen in my playroom, and I'm starting to look at ways of incorporating food and cooking utensils that are from a multicultural perspective as well, and recently found at a toy store some sushi. So a little bit different food items than the typical, finding hot dogs and French fries and just your run-of-the-mill carrots and strawberry plastic fruits as well. Puppets, these came from a dollar store, and they had male, female puppets, and they had different colors of skin tone as well. So affordable, $1 a piece. If you look over here on my toy shelves, I also have some things that are more multicultural. Baby dolls with different skin tones. Doll families are such an important tool to have in the playroom because they do replicate real life, and children can act out things with these. I'm always collecting them. They're an item in my budget that I can't always afford because quite often doll families are rather expensive. But trying to find some that have different colored skin tones. Dark, brown, tan, white, whatever colors you want to refer to them as, or what children refer to. So something that children can pick one up and say, yeah, that represents me. So it is important to see what you have that can be considered multicultural. In my play therapy miniatures as well, I have things that represent spiritual beliefs as well. I work with a lot of children who've experienced the death of someone significant to them. So we have symbols that represent what grief and dying looks like in our culture. Gravestones and coffins and those types of things as well. So toys and materials that children can use to play out their experiences that represent who they are, their roots, their family's roots, their ethnicity, their culture, all of that. Such an important tool. So like I said, it's kind of a more serious topic than we normally talk about, one that is very important and very relevant in our society today. So I hope this has given you some insights into taking a closer look at what your toys and materials represent, and if they do address some of those concerns in the child clients that we work with. So if you found some great multicultural toys and materials that you've started utilizing, I would love to hear about them. You can share them with me on my Facebook page, on my blog. You can connect with me on Pinterest, LinkedIn, Twitter. I'm everywhere, and you can find links to all of those social media sites by going to stlplaytherapy.com and finding the button tabs at the top of the page that will bump you over to all of those sites. So I hope to hear from you.